foresight and the courage to ask her out that night at the stuffed shirt, and I'm sure everybody remembers the stuffed shirt.
Rick Cerrone there?
Yeah, so that was terrific. But certainly, Meryl is my love and my best friend and my rock and my confidant, my advisor. And I certainly hope that I'm that for you. So
I'm so proud of you.
As we're married for years and years, things, it gets better and better each year, and I think everybody can attest to that. You know, when you first get married, you don't necessarily know what it's all about, and as you get older, you do. And I just wanted Meryl and Stephanie and Emily to know that I certainly pledge my love to all of you. And I couldn't be happy. So, thank you.
Oh boy.
We did start talking about this months ago, and quite candidly, it was because I wanted a new dress. And I started talking to David about the idea, and we kind of let it go until 2 weeks ago. And David said, you know what? Why don't we just do it on our deck with our closest friends? And I said, that feels right. Because initially I was going to have lights from the roof down to the deck, do you remember? And I was going to have 60 people, and we talked about the dress, and what was I thinking? It was so wrong. Because when I thought about when I was 27 years old, and you hear all these things, you hear all the things that you say when you want to get married, and I knew I chose well, but after 25 years of those words in health and in sickness, and in wealth and not so wealth, and they just are words until you live through them, as we all have, and then you start to realize the weight of those words, and you start to think about, oh my God, I know I wanted to marry him, but 25 years later I know why. Because, and David took the words out of my mouth. Neither one of us really, we kind of talked about what we're going to say, but not even to each other, because I am half of a whole. I am a quarter, because I have been blessed with wonderful children. I have been blessed with health and for all of us. And what else can you ask for? And so if you can look back and say, I now know why I married this man. I know why we kind of wrote a life of a story together. There's nothing else. You are blessed. And that's how I feel. I feel the same exact way. And so to be able to share this on a Wednesday night with you and my kids here, virtually and in person, it's all I could ask for. And I thank you for being here, and I thank you for asking me to marry you. And I told David, I will marry you every day. I will marry you every year. There are days where I'm like, I take it back, but there are most of the times where I say, and I will. I would do that. I would marry you every single day.
I was going to say, because I kind of reversed in my mind, and one of the first things I was going to say is that one of the things that makes it really special is that my good friend and my best colleague at the courthouse, Stu Minglewitz, is here doing this. And Stu and I both became judges at the same time back in January of 2008. We rode the process together, and we went through reconfirmation just in December again. And so he really is my best colleague and my good friend, and I'm so happy that you're here. And Meryl and I couldn't think of anybody else that we wanted to do this, so thank you. By the way, Stu, just a few months ago, became the assignment judge for Morris and Sussex County. What that means is he's the boss for all of Morris and Sussex County. And a Cohen. He told me he's a Cohen also.
Now we're talking.
But I tell you, there's no better person than Stu Minglewitz, so I thank him very much for being here.
And Meryl, if you want to invite me back, I'll come back and do it every year.
Okay, you're
Every
invited.
day we might have a little issue, but every year I'll be more than happy to come back and do it.
So we're actually gonna, this is an actual ceremony that Stu performs, that Minglewitz performs, that I perform, and we're gonna get married.
This one's a little different.
Okay.
We might have
And
participation.
I made it
so
special.
He
the honor.
asked me if I wanted to know what he was going to say, and I was in his chambers yesterday, and he said, "Here, look at the ceremony." And I said, "I got all the trust and faith in Judge Minkowitz." So it's a surprise to me too. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, here we go. We'll give it a shot. Meryl and David, when you first joined hands and hearts in marriage 25 years ago, you did not know where life would take you. You promised to love, honor, and cherish one another through all things. Life surely brought you both wonderful blessings and difficult challenges over the years. But here you are today, having fulfilled the vows to love, honor, and cherish you each made on your wedding day. And God is smiling. As you celebrate here today, and as you reflect back over all the years as husband and wife, do you now wish to reaffirm the vows you took 25 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please face each other. David, will you continue to have Meryl as your wife and continue to live in this happy and loving marriage?
I will.
Do you reaffirm your love for her? And will you love, honor, and cherish her in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, for better or for worse, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Meryl, will you continue to have David as your husband and continue to live in this happy and loving marriage? Do you reaffirm your love for him, and will you love, honor, and cherish him in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, for better, for worse, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live? Meryl and David, on your wedding day you exchanged rings as a symbol of the never-ending circle that symbolizes the eternal quality of God, the unending strength and unending love that you both have for each other. May you always wear your rings as a reminder of your wedding vows to each other and to your commitment to continue to live in unity, love, and happiness. To remind you of that commitment made on your wedding day, you will now renew your pledge. David, please place the gift of the ring on Meryl's hand.
She did not get a new one. Right? No, there is
I
not.
just took it off.
And with these words, repeat after me. With this ring, I renew my pledge of love and commitment.
With this ring, I do renew my pledge of
Love
love and commitment.
And Meryl, would you place your gift of a ring on David's finger? And with the words, with this ring, I renew my pledge of love and commitment.
With this ring, I renew my pledge of love.
We ask that God bless these rings and the two who exchanged them in love on their wedding day. Keep Meryl and David safe in your circle of your protection and love. Marriage is a commitment to learning to care for one another in mutually fulfilling ways. It is not an act, but a lifelong relationship, always in the making. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller, memories are fresher, commitment is stronger, even anger is felt more strongly, but passes away more quickly. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes of life, and even though it's unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, new ways of expressing a love that is deeper than life. When two people pledge their love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique unto themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who love each other, and the potential of marriage requires a lifetime to fulfill. One of the great blessings of marriage is the joy and the responsibility of raising a family. Meryl and David have truly been blessed to be the parents of Stephanie and Emily. As Meryl and David renew their vows of marriage today, they also renew their commitment to be loving and caring parents to both Stephanie and Emily, recognizing with gratefulness the happiness and fulfillment that their daughters have brought to their marriage and their family life. Meryl and David, today you have renewed the promises and vows you made to each other on your wedding day. You have symbolized the renewal of the marriage union by the joining of hands, the taking of vows, and the exchanging of rings. It is with pleasure that I conclude the ceremony of renewing the vows of marriage that joins you and forever binds you as husband and wife. And as our tradition requires, David, make it good.
Oh. Get it right this time.
Mazel
Mazel tov!
And you may kiss your bride.